Alright guys, we're out here in some tourist town about an hour west of London. It's pretty beautiful actually. Right? But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this. Good, I have some room to talk about it. So, you can look it up. I think this is the 100 horsepower diesel one. And I have my tablet here. I'm just going to talk through some bullet points that I had prepared. Right, so we got the good, the not good, and the things beyond my understanding. I think I'm going to get in the car because it's noisy and ooh, $2,000 almost down the drain. I'm going to get in the car and just talk through some of the points because I don't have to show everything, and a lot of it is inside the car. Okay. Ooh, hot. Warm. Okay. I hope I'm in focus. Alright. Open the window. Right, so the good about this. I do like the design. Let me show you around the interior. Okay. It's not bad. The materials are decent for what it is. I mean, this car is cheap. There's no way around it. It's cheap. But, you know, it doesn't feel like a penalty box. I mean, look at this infotainment system. It's that tacked on tablet deal, but it looks decent to me for what the car is, you know, on the back. You can see here around the doors there's a little exposed paint. Whatever. So yeah, it's not bad. It's a good looking, decent looking ride. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not a bad place to be. The diesel torque is good on the highway. I mean, this thing, it only has 100 horsepower. I haven't looked it up. I don't plan to look it up, but I would guess this thing probably weighs about 2,700 pounds. So it's, you know, a little underpowered by American standards, but it gets around. It'll cruise at 80 on the highway without a lot of fuss. So that's good. The fuel economy. Let me show you guys the fuel economy. This is crazy. I don't know if this is our gallons or their gallons, but that is the fuel economy I've been getting. And you can see by the speed, I've reset it, and I think this has been mainly around here. So it gets good gas mileage. I mean, this is kind of like lifetime for the car, I guess, with, you know, a higher average speed. So yeah, this thing will legitimately do for high 40s, 50s, no hybrid stuff. Just, you know, underpowered diesel fuel economy. Where are we at? Okay. So that's good. I mean, it's got some merits to it. What else? Infotainment, it's good. I mean, we got Bluetooth, we got sat nav, we've got what else do we have? We have climate control through the infotainment. It's not a it doesn't have multi-touch. It's a little, you kind of have to press it with force, and it's a little unintuitive sometimes. Hooking up with Bluetooth can be a little fussy, but it's good. I mean, I think it's up to the standard of modern stuff. It's not bad. One cool thing about this, the headlights have great output at night, and you can adjust the height. I'm guessing if the car is loaded weird, or I don't know, situations where the headlights going straight out is not desirable. You can pitch it up and down. I imagine that will be something that breaks, and I see that as kind of being a weird thing to feature in the absence of some of the things this is missing. But we'll get into that later. Trunk space is good, and the seats themselves are good. I mean, I've probably driven about 6 or 7 hours in this so far, and I have no complaints as far as my back or leg support or anything. I mean, it only goes up and down, front and back, and the seat back adjusts. It's all manual, but it's comfortable. I mean, I don't feel like I need more lumbar support. Alright, so now we get into the not so good. Obviously, the diesel sound. What did it sound like? It sounds like just a school bus. It sounds like submission. It's sad. It makes me depressed hearing all these diesel cars just it just sounds like defeat. It just sounds like misery. So that's one thing I don't like winding it out much, and at idle it sounds like a school bus. The footwells. I don't know why. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know how to explain it, but you see how it kind of curves up? It's just not comfortable, and it makes for really weird stuff going on with the pedals, because the toe box is very narrow. Look at that. I'm only a size 10. And I can damn near cover all 3 pedals with 1 foot. And the hinges for the pedals are very close, so I can't get into a seating position where my feet feel comfortable. And it's kind of the same thing over here. I mean, I don't get why they don't there's nothing under there. Just push it out. So that's that. Other stuff. Close the window so people don't think I'm weird. And it's a little cooler now. Back seat is small. I talked about pedal placement. The visibility in this is not great. I mean, there's a huge blind spot in the back because there's no window between. What is it? We got the A, B, C. So the C pillar just goes back to the trunk, and there's no window there. So, and the back window is pretty small. You can probably, well, you can't see it from here, but the back window's pretty small, so that's less than great. It does have a rear view camera, but for some reason I can't get used to that. I have the habit of just looking when I want to put the car back. I don't trust the rear view camera to catch everything. Another thing that's not, and the visibility in front. For some reason, like, the sills they're not as low as I'd like, but they're low enough. But then the front kind of curves up. There's like another shelf on top of this, so it's another 2 inches, and I just can't get a sense of where the front of the car is. It's bizarre. Okay. There is storage around in the car. Let me see if I can show you guys. But it kind of doesn't work. Alright, now look. Alright, that's a door pocket. It's the same on my side. You can't really put a drink in. That's a pretty small bottle. Now, I tried to bro out today. I went to the gym. I had my gym shaker bottle. It's like a 24 ounce. It didn't fit in there. These are the cup holders for the front. Obviously, it doesn't hold much. You know, it holds a little European Frappuccino. Let me see if I can get wide. You can see here, I'm just going to combine 2 points in one. Now, this is what's up with the shifter. Second is all the way back here. I guess you have to put that up for it to be comfortable. And then it's this little, you just have this little armrest. It does open, but, I'm not even sure my phone fits in here. It's so narrow. So it's just a weird arrangement. I mean, I would honestly rather have had a handbrake like on a minivan where you have to push it in with your foot and then pull it out on the side, and then have this be a nice big storage cubby unit. And they probably should have put the shifter about 3-4 inches forward, or like how Honda has it, where it just sprouts out of the dash like growth. Wow, this is getting really long. Okay, I'll try and speed through. I will try and speed through because this is already 12 minutes. So, there's that. Just the way things are arranged, it's not any better in the back. Bluetooth reception kind of sucks. The infotainment, like I said before, it has a lot of good features, but it's just slow. It's not super responsive. You have to press hard on it. It's like the screen is maybe a generation or two behind, but the software is where it needs to be. And the stereo's weak. I like my bass. I like my sound. I like it to be full from the bottom to the top, and it's not film. I mean, it's an economy car. And then there's stuff that's just kind of weird. It doesn't make sense. So, look at this. They put a digital dash in the car. I'll get it to focus. They put a digital dash in the car, right? It shows... Turn it on. It'll show you... They have a little, like, cruise thing. They have a thing you can limit your speed with. So it's got some display capability. This is a fuel gauge. It doesn't have a tachometer. I don't understand why they didn't put that in. I mean, it literally would have cost nothing. It would be an extra... It's not necessarily a screen, like an LCD screen. It's like a selection of screen modules, but they could have put that in. I mean, that frustrates me because the thing is, engine is so not powerful and has such a narrow power band. You have to go by feel, and with driving on the right side of the road, it's just been like an add to my stress. I wish I had got a automatic car and maybe something a little more powerful, but whatever. That's life. Also, well, I can't show you my feet, but it starts without the clutch. And if you have it in gear, it'll start, and the car will lurch forward. That's fun. I haven't done that yet. I just out of habit check the shifter in every car I have when I do that. The back seats or the back doors, the windows are fixed, and there's no HVAC. So if you have people back there and it's hot, they're kind of screwed until the HVAC system can remove all the heat from the car. So that's one thing. Because when I first saw the car, I guess I can show you. I will show you. Wow, 15 minutes. Sorry, guys. See, it's nice and flush. You know, like you think, oh man, that's cool, but then look here. There's no track. It's just fixed on the door. So that's a little bizarre. I guess that helps them save money. They don't have to mess with manual or auto. They just don't have anything. So that is fun. Okay. Almost done, guys. Stick with me. Stick with me here. And driver's, it's a minor niggle, but the driver's side mirror just doesn't adjust wide enough for me, because I like to have the three mirrors not overlap in their coverage, so that, you know, I have the two covering my blind spots and then that covering what's just behind me. So just little things that they could have just, I don't understand why they didn't do them or design them better. It's just bizarre. It's just weird. So I guess my overall impression, would I see this succeeding in the US? No. It's just got some weird, they're not quirks, they're just poor design choices. I'm sure they could give it a more powerful engine for the US. I don't know what PSA has in their arsenal, but I'm sure, you know, the way everything is driven by regulation, they could have, they have more powerful engines in stock. But, you know, just like the footwells, the weird storage situation, obviously the backseat ventilation situation, you know, the visibility, it's kind of like you're in an SUV, but you don't have the space benefits of an SUV. So, you know, I'm kind of like, what were they trying to accomplish with this? It's definitely different. You know, in appearance, kind of on a surface level, it's quirky. It's got the air bumps outside, but as far as actually living with it, it's, you know, it's below average, I would say. It's nothing phenomenal. So, but you know, I have it today, and then tomorrow I'll be turning back and fly over to Croatia. We won't have anything. Then in France, I'll get another car. So I'll see what I can get over there. The rentals are cheaper, so I might spring for an upgrade. I was thinking about getting like a 1 Series here, but the upgrade cost was too much. But France should be cheap enough where I can do something more in that vein. So we'll see. But yeah, that's my overall impression of the car. I'll see you guys back on the boards with more sporty hot takes.